it going today? Doing the video I said I was gonna do. This guy right here, the Lost Vape Therion DNA 75 Squonker. Yeah, buddy. Let's talk squonking. Obviously, squonking is the act of pressing that button there to make juice flow up through here into the atomizer. Now, we'll get into this separator here later, but I'm pretty sure that's the one thing most people list as, you know, the downside to this mod. But for what it is, it's I got it on sale for like $100, $110 maybe. You know, I don't know. It was a deal. I know that because DNA 75s aren't cheap, and the only reason they were that price is because of the release of the DNA 60, and now those mods are beginning to come to market more. But yeah, I wanted to try squonking for a while, and finally got around to it just because I found that deal. With that being said, it's a ridiculously good deal. A DNA 75, you know, anything Evolve makes is reliable and accurate. Those are two words that are very well associated with them, and for good reason. So, and I hadn't had a DNA mod in a while, so I wanted it. So, you know, that's a plus. And you can use this as just a mod if you wanted to, you know. It doesn't have to be a squonker, although it's like, you got a squonker, why aren't you squonking, bruh? But, the wood inlays are just, instead, that still blows my mind, like, you know. And as far as I can tell, yeah, that's real fucking wood, you know. Everything that I've you know, that I can see is that it's legit wood. It's just, I mean, I gotta be honest about this. When I first saw this mod first came out however long ago, I saw reviews on it and I said, and not even the Squonk version, but just the normal DNA 75 version, I was like, it's fucking hideous. Alright? It's stupid. I would see the black leather or something. I don't even know what I saw, but I would see black leather and that wood piece, and then a dark metal, and then a lighter metal, and I just said, that is a design fucking jumble. Like, somebody put design elements in a fucking blender and this is what came out. But after seeing they had a dark leather option for the door, and seeing that goes better, in my opinion, IMO, with the wood inlay, because you can't choose the wood inlay. That would be a cool thing, you know. But you can choose the door. So, finding the dark brown leather in stock, I said, I think I'm gonna jump on that. So yeah, that was the main selling point for me, is just if I could get the dark leather. You know, that ostrich shit that they have on some of them, I don't know what that is. You know, if it is ostrich, good on you, but I don't want shit to do with that. It looks, you know, I don't know. Anyway, you know, I don't know if this is real leather. It feels and behaves like it. I think the ones that they just list as leather and not ostrich or elephant or whatever. I think those are probably, you know, I think they're all leather of some sort. What type of leather that is a different story. Okay, so let's talk downfalls of this mod. One has to do with Lost Vape. This little separator here for the battery is dog shit. Alright, and here's why. But I have found a way to get around it through no help of them. See how easy that was? Oh, I wonder how. Oh, man. Okay. Now, see where it's not completely a square. As it comes with very sharp cornered edges on this, whatever you want to call it, little notch here, just like on this one. You can see it a little better on that one, but yeah, I filed them down slightly, and yeah, just so that you could put it in and out easier. See how I did it more on this side because the way that it goes in. Alright, so you would be putting this side in first. If I again focus, see how it has the bottle on there, thing at the top. Alright, so I'm going to put this in first. It has these little tracks down here to slide it in, and you'll hear like a little click, but mine doesn't do it as loud anymore since I did that, filed it down a little bit. But basically what that does is make it to where it's a lot easier for me now to go like this. Just press that to the side, and then I can just pop it out the bottom. Now, the way that they could have solved this from the start and made this not an issue, down in here, all they would have had to have done is make a little notch right there that just slides out the side, so that I could, someone or anyone could just, you know, bump it out with their thumb, and that's about it. But no, you know, people have to do random shit like this to get it to, because getting that battery in and out, man, yeah, that makes it easier to get that little plastic piece out. That's about it. Getting that battery in and out, you know, and this is the most notorious complaint with this mod. It's a bitch, alright, and it's a real big old bitch. Like, I still have techniques that I have to use to get it out sometimes. One of which, taking something like a card or something and pressing literally between the top, down, and pulling out. And that does work the best, and it's, in my opinion, the safest way to protect your, you know, wrap and safety rings and shit on the battery. So that's what I do with that. And you know, yeah, if you did that, don't go too far on that. If you're gonna file that thing down, don't go too far, because you don't want it to just be a loose piece of plastic in there. Like mine still holds. I got lucky. It still clicks a little, but you know, if I would have kept going at all, would have effed it up. But yeah, aside from those it's a great mod. It just has inherent design, a major inherent design flaw, as well as a limiting customization factor with the DNA boards, as in it's only a thing on eScribe is only a thing for PCs, which again is just fucking obnoxious. But you know, here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are. Right here is where we are. And all of that's well and good. It's a good fucking mod, you know. If you want a good fucking mod, get it.